Hi, my name is Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. I created evolutiontraining.net and I help people just like you get more, get to the next level. Have you ever experienced feelings of guilt? Maybe you shouldn't have stayed up late. That's a popular one. Like maybe you should have not stayed. I guarantee you felt something like that. Especially if you're watching a video like this. Have you ever felt like, man, Christmas just passed. Oh, you didn't get people as good as gifts as you really wanted to. That's common, right? In Christmas. Maybe you feel like you're not loyal enough to your partner because emotionally you may want to have an affair. Oh, I mean, luckily I'm single, so I'm not currently in that, but I've been there. Maybe watching movies that you know you shouldn't be watching, those kind of movies, whatever that means to you, those kind of movies. Whether it could be, for some people it could be adult movies, some people it could be rated R movies, whatever that means, and to you. Maybe you should have done something, but you didn't. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking this drink right now and holding it in my hand. Maybe I should have not done that. Oh, how am I going to deal with that guilt later, I think back to some of my career and I think, man, what could I have done differently had I known of so-and-so? And I was actually reading Tim Ferriss's new book and dealing with my own guilt. I don't have like these extraordinary amounts of guilt. I really don't. I really honestly don't. What I do have is situations where I wish I could have done better. And that tends to drain us, doesn't it? Where like I'm laying in bed and I wake up and I'm like, I didn't get enough rest. I should have gone to bed earlier. Or I should have not watched so-and-so movie. I should have done this. I should have. If I could have gone back, I should have done that. And guilt, the problem with guilt though is it drains us. And the quickest way to get to the next stage is to go ahead and say, okay, well, that didn't happen. What can I do now? What can I do today? I've been working on my calendar, for example, for 2 years, actually longer. And I'm really confident. I feel really good about 2017. Oh, I feel so good about 2017. And, maybe not, as good as I feel about it, I have to just let go of what didn't do great in 2015 and 2016, the not so good stuff, and understand that there is an artistic reality that is occurring. There is an artistic reality that is occurring that I can be okay with. And well, that's all I want to say about guilt, is that it's one of the things that drains our energy. And the best way to know that you're winning the guilt thing is you start letting go. You start living in the present moment. You start partying a little more, not necessarily drinking and stuff and having more guilt, but understanding that you are a human and you are going to have moments that make you retroactively look back and say, oh, but the key is when you're really winning is when you say, no, I don't want to change a thing. Let me go ahead and play it where it lies. I'm right here. I'm right here in this front of this camera. I didn't know exactly perfectly how this video would go, but I know that I'm happy I got it out. And now that it's out, it's here and it's ready to impact you, and just let you know that everyone struggles with some level of guilt and stuff like that. But when you can bring it to the present moment and start engaging with your life again, start that workout, you're seeing yourself go to the gym, get that sweat going, get that energy up. If you see yourself eating right, again, where you messed up, okay, right? And life's full of these perfecting the imperfect moments. It's going back to, okay, well, that wasn't as perfect as I wanted it to be, but I'm coming back to it. I'm picking up the ball. And true champions pick up the ball, play it where it lies. I think that's the mark of a true champion. They pick up the ball and they play it where it lies and they engage fully and they give it their best. That is a real champion. I think in the past it was, hey, you know what, if you did a mistake, you should be shunned, go to confession, and you're a horrible person. And now we now know that currently it's better to play it where it lies, pick up the ball again, and get back in the game and give it your best. I think one of the biggest examples of this is I think Tony Romo, imagine the amount of guilt he's sitting on the bench, while Dak Prescott is playing an amazing, I think he's going to take the Cowboys to the Super Bowl. Think about that, the amount of guilt and shame that Tony Romo feels, right? And it's like, but people love him, and he probably still has to combat, you can see his face combating these things, right? And it's just like, well, you know what? He played awesome for those years that he played. And maybe he'll play this Monday or this next coming game with the Eagles, and that'll be great. Just saying, guilt can eat us up, and we have to pick up the ball, play it where it lies, engage fully with the moment, and just bring our best self to it. Okay. So that's how you want to get rid of guilt. Okay. So think about that. Some of the common pitfalls in this area are going to be that we replay a situation over and go without seeing it come to an end. We don't, again, Titans, Tools of Titans, the book, this meditative master goes, appreciate gone. We replay these moments. So one of the techniques is to just appreciate when the guilt, notice the subsiding of the guilt. Subside, it's okay, it's gone, and then you're back here, and then in this fertile moment when the guilt subsides for a while, there's a fertile moment. Play it where it lies there, and keep immersing yourself in that moment. Okay. And so this is Jacob Adams. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear how you deal with it, what's holding you back. I'd love to hear you. Just comment below. You can go to evolutiontraining.net and get a free download on how to maximize your productivity for 2017. You're going to love that. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to text me. Just text me the words YouTube love, and that way I'll know that you're referring to, this, how you heard of me. My number's 512-994-7328. We'll see you soon. Bye. Happy New Year.